Hi and welcome back to the channel. This is a full review and tour of RIU Aquarelle Hotel in Falmouth, Jamaica. I talk about everything to include the beach, the rooms, the quality of service, the pools, excursions, entertainment, the staff, and much, much more. Staying here in this all-inclusive hotel isn't cheap, and I'm going to help you understand if it's worth your time and money. There is a lot of things that I liked about this hotel, but there's a few things I think you should know before you book your final reservation. Let's start your tour off with some good news, and it's that this hotel is new. It's one of the newest hotel in the worldwide chain of almost 100 hotels in the RIU family, located in 21 different countries. And let's get started by going right to the beach area. If you like nice white soft sand with clear crystal blue turquoise water, then you're going to like this beach. As you can see, it's dotted with palm trees all along the beach with beach chairs, and we're going to talk about the beach chairs and seating and the beach quality, but this is a phenomenal beach. People go to Jamaica for the hotel, for the all-inclusive experience, for the service, but they primarily go for this right here, and the beach is absolutely beautiful. Right now, I'm going to pan the camera around. That way you can get an idea not just of what the beach looks like, but also what the whole entire beach environment looks like with all the chairs. You can see the hotel in the background. It's a beautiful location. So starting off right now with the tour, this is a big win. Another thing that you're going to like about staying here is that the beach chairs are plentiful. It has thousands of people that stay here. However, you're not going to find that the beach is too crowded, and you're going to be able to find a beach chair. You can see that there are rows and rows of chairs. And the big question is, how early do you have to come out to reserve one of those chairs in the very front? And in my experience of being here, if you get here around 7:30 in the morning, you can put your towel down and reserve a spot, and you can have one of these spots right here. You can just look out into the beautiful bay area, and it's just absolutely wonderful. Let's still stay on the beach and talk about the beach quality. And I'm looking at the sand, the quality of the water, and also whether or not it's, you can actually go in. And the sand, you can see it's pretty white. There, it's cleaned every morning. You see there's some debris there still right here. But for the most part, it's going to look like this almost every single day. It looks like a natural beach, and that's one of the things I love about it. So it's great for families. You can see getting into water is not a problem. I was here in February, and the water was warm. So no matter what time of year you get here, you're going to enjoy the water. And people were getting into water. It's a little bit more wavy than, say, the RIU in Negril, Jamaica. Negril is on 7 Mile Beach. There are 2 RIUs there, and the water is a lot more calmer, but this one is a little bit more wavy. However, if you have young kids or you're concerned about that, the good news is that there are lifeguards not just at the pools, but also at the beach pretty much during the regular daytime. Now, one of the things that folks don't like about coming to Jamaica is interaction with locals, because they can be a little bit aggressive, especially when it comes to selling your merchandise. The good news and bad news, depending on what you like, is that this is a private beach. You'll find locals that will walk along the beach and will sell you their gear, but for the most part, you're not going to have any interactions with locals except for the 1 or 2 that may walk by to try to sell you stuff. But if you tell them to move on, they just literally move on because they don't want to get in trouble. There are outdoor showers if you want to wash off and just maybe come in and have something to eat. But the good thing again about the beach is that it is really not crowded. It's just exclusively for the guests that are there. Let's switch gears and go inside and talk about the food. And what you're looking at right now is the food buffet. Now, the good and bad about staying at RIU is that it is an all-inclusive resort. That means if you see food, no matter what it is, you can eat it for absolutely free. The bad news is that the average guest here gains probably about a pound a day. That's a lot of meals. But the reason why is because the food is plentiful and it is absolutely 100% free. When it comes to food, I grade it on 2 different criteria. Number 1, the variety. Is there a lot of different things that you can eat while you're here? And also the quality. They may have a lot of things to eat, but does it taste good? And RIU wins on both counts. The food here tastes absolutely delicious. They change up the menu every single day. However, there are some staples that you can rely on, but for the most part, the food here is delicious. You're going to absolutely love it. Some of the best food I've ever had. One of the things I wanted when I came here was an authentic Jamaican experience. I wanted to eat Jamaican food. I wanted to also experience the Jamaican culture. And the great thing about the buffet, and this is the main buffet, by the way, that you're looking looking at is that they had foods that are, and they change it up every day, that authentically Jamaican, not just jerk chicken and the jerk pork, but they had a lot of different things like ackee and saltfish, dumpling, red beans and rice. It is absolutely delicious, and the variety is just stunning. Hats off to the chef because they do a fabulous job at the food preparation. If there was any doubt about the freshness of when they prepare the food, you can oftentimes see chefs right behind the food station preparing the food for you. So the food freshness is going to be right on point. Another great thing about the buffet, it doesn't really matter what kind of diet program you're on, or if you're a vegan, vegetarian, or what have you. There is always going to be something there for you, and the reason is just because there is such a huge variety. If you have someone in your party who's a picky person, they're going to find something here, many things here that they like. And also, you know exactly what you're eating because there are digital food identification stickers right above each plate, so you know exactly what you're going to consume. When it comes to seating option for the main buffet, RIU really got this right, and I'll tell you what I mean in just a minute. But there are two ways that you can sit. You can sit inside or you can sit outside. One of the things I love about the indoor seating is that it is right next to a huge panel of windows, and it allows you to see what the ocean and get a fantastic ocean view in an air-conditioned space. So it gets you out of the sun, it gets you out of the heat, allows you to cool down, eat a great meal, and still feel like you're in the tropical environment. So I love the windows right next to the indoor seating area. It's absolutely perfect. The good news is that you can come and sit wherever you like. It's not an assigned seating area. So if you like the window, you can sit there. If not, you can sit wherever you want. Wherever you sit, somebody will come over and start to serve you. They will bring you your drinks, but for the most part, you just basically go to the menu and order whatever you want. As far as the staff is concerned, they were really nice and helpful. They bring you anything that you wanted. Wonderful. Now, when it comes to the outdoor space, this is the part that I liked. I felt that I was in the Caribbean, and if I'm gonna eat somewhere, I want to sit down and hear the ocean and feel the breeze. So the outdoor space really done well. The main buffet is not the only place in the resort where you can eat. This is Pepe's Food that serves Jamaican delicacies like jerk chicken, and you don't have to come inside. That's one of the things I love. It's right next to the pools on the outside. There's also cappuccino, and then if you want a special evening, there are specialty restaurants. The great thing I like about staying here is that there are several specialty restaurants scattered around the resort. And if you want to have a special day with, say, a loved one, maybe somebody's birthday or anniversary, or you just wanted to have an intimate dinner, get away from the buffet, or try something new, there are different areas located around the resort where you can do that. The next question you may be asking yourself is, how much do these restaurants cost? And the good news is that they're absolutely free. They're included with your cost to stay at the resort. The only thing that you have to do is go through the extra trouble of making a reservation. That's all you have to do. I recommend you, if you want to eat in one of these places, you do that when you first get there. When it comes to getting around the resort, this was not a problem at all. It's very simple and easy to understand. After your first 1 or 2 hours here, getting around is not going to be a problem. And if you get lost, there are always signs around to help you not only navigate and understand where you are, but also help you find where you want to go. There's still a lot more to go. We're going to get to the pools and do a room tour in just a minute, but I have to stop and talk about this, and it's the outdoor green space. One of the things I really loved about staying here was the fact that I felt that I was in a tropical environment. There were tons of palm trees and, lighted path, especially at nighttime. This place is absolutely beautiful. That made me feel that I was in a tropical environment. I always had to feel that I was in Jamaica or I was in somewhere special. And I love the way they combined the green and concrete space together because it's just absolutely beautiful. It made you really understand and appreciate that you were staying in a luxurious resort. And it's the greenery, the flowers, the space is absolutely well maintained and manicured, lovely space. We are at the halfway mark, still a lot more to come, but now's as good a time as any to help me by asking you to like and to subscribe. By hitting the like button, to help like-minded people find this content. Let's switch things up and focus our attentions on the pool. There are a lot of pools in and around the hotel, a total of 4 pool areas. Now, this is dead smack in the middle of the day. And as you look around, you can see a lot of empty and open chairs. And the reason why is because there's just a lot of accommodations for folks. The most popular pool is going to be the swim up bar pools. There are 2 of those, adults only. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, but there are a lot of pool space. And this is a special benefit because If the ocean is a bit rough, then you have a pool option. You can just come in, take a dip into the pool, and enjoy that space. There are 2 adult pools, and both of those adult pools have swim-up bar areas, and they're very popular. So I love the fact that they have the built-in loungers within the pool space. But again, we're in the middle of the day, and you can still, if you really want to, get one of these loungers. However, if you want to get one of those front spaces in the adult pools, you really have to get there around 7:30 in the morning. As you can see, this is one of the other pools, it's right dead smack in the middle of the day, and there's a lot of open chairs right there at the very front of the pool. Also, I love the fact that they have covered areas. So if you don't want to be in the sun, you can they have covered spaces that you can basically be in the shade. And the pools, the bar pools, they not only serve alcohol, but they also serve lots of snacks too as well. When it came to the pool chairs, it's on a first come, first serve basis. Most people just reserve their chair by going there in the morning, first thing, putting their blankets down, and then walking away. When we first started talking about this hotel, we jumped right in, went right to the beach area, but we never really talked about the transportation and how to get there. The airport of choice is going to be Montego Bay Airport. That is really the only airport. You cannot go to Kingston and get here in a timely manner. So the drive here, this is what it looks like. You're going to be on a tour bus. It's going to cost you around $50 for a round trip ticket, $25 a person or so, and it is I can't say it's an absolutely beautiful ride, but you do get a chance to see this coast and a little bit of what Jamaica looks like. It's going to take you about an hour and a half. There is a sports bar on site, and it's open 24 hours. It does serve not only all you can drink alcohol, but it also has some snacks too as well. So if you get the urge late at night, there is room service available, but there's also a place that you can go and they'll be open and you can have snacks and drinks. In the next few clips, I'm going to be showing you a few things that you can do while you're here, because when you're at the resort, you're kind of stuck. You know, it's not like it's next to a town where you're going to be able to walk out the front door and go to a town area very easily and experience anything. So they have to have entertainment on site built in order to make sure that you're having a great time. And there are quite a few things that you can do. You can do things on your own. You can start a volleyball game or soccer game, or you can participate in organized activities that are structured by the hotel. If you need a little bit more guidance and structure in your life, the good news is that the hotel has a lot of structured activity to keep you busy throughout the entire day. Now, when it comes to like being on a cruise ship or something like that, it's not jam-packed. However, there are things for you to do.
One of the things I really didn't like was that I was paying thousands of dollars to stay here, and the pool games weren't free. They were like $1 or $2 that they were charging us, and I thought that didn't make any sense whatsoever.
The main entertainment takes place here. This is the open auditorium area. The back end right there is completely open, but it is going to seat several hundred people, and they have a show here every single night at 9 p.m. right after dinner time, when everyone is, had something to eat just before going to bed. They get a live entertainment, usually some type of musical performance. It's lots of lights, dancing, singing, all of that. And the entertainment crew here, I felt, was pretty outstanding. If you like to drink, then you're going to be very happy. And the reason why is because there's lots of bars and places you can drink alcohol throughout the entire resort. And here's the deal, it's all free. And the alcohol, when it comes to the quality, it's premium alcohol. It may not have everything, but what they do have, it's pretty good. They make a variety of different drinks. The bartenders, they know how to make pretty much almost everything. There wasn't a drink that I asked them to make that they could not make, or I talked to people enjoyed the alcohol and the service there. It's pretty good. So if you like to drink, you're going to like staying here. At the very start of the broadcast, I told you I'm going to talk about the good and the bad. I'm getting to some of the things I didn't like about staying here. But one of the things I still do like about staying here is the variety of water sports that they have. If you want to get on the ocean on a paddleboard or on a kayak, there are options available for you to do that. And this is the water sports area where you can rent stuff for absolutely free. And it's really good. There's some things that you have to pay for, like snorkeling, or if you want to use the sailboat, those things are a little bit more challenging. But for the most part, most of the things here you can do for absolutely free. If you want to just be here and relax, then more than likely you're not going to care too much about the excursion and different packages they do have. However, if you want to leave the resort, you can do one of two things. You can rent a tour or you can rent a private taxi, and the prices are listed right out front. The rates, in my opinion, are sky high, but there's also Uber available. So let's talk about maybe one of the things I didn't like about staying here. If you have never been to Jamaica, as you're going to see from the images that are going to be scrolling across your screen, Jamaica has a ton of different options, a lot of things to offer, a lot of things to see that are really spectacular that you really should experience if you're that close. And one of the challenges in staying at this particular location is that you're not necessarily going to be close to anything that you would want to see or do in Jamaica. And that's the biggest downside, in my opinion, of staying in this resort. You are far away from a lot of different things. If you're staying in, say, Ocho Rios, then there are just tons of things for you to see and do and experience. Now, granted, you're gonna have to pay for these experiences, but at the same time, it's not gonna take you a long time to get there. When you're in Falmouth, Jamaica, it's gonna be a good drive to get to Ocho Rios, as opposed to if you were staying directly in Ocho Rios. There's, so many different things to do in Ocho Rios and other parts of Jamaica. But when you're in Falmouth, you are far away from everything. There's a town center where you can go shopping and maybe do a few things, but that's pretty much it. Outside of that, you're going to be spending a lot of time in a bus or some type of transportation mechanism to get you anywhere of any significance. I feel like that was a little bit of a rant, but let's just kind of take a step back. Now we're in the spa area. This is a very soothing, relaxing place. The unfortunate thing is that this is not included in your package. It is an upcharge for the spa. However, if you want to get a vigorous workout, then right next to the spa is the fitness gym. And this is included. It's absolutely free. It's not very large, but you can see it has a lot of free weights, cardio, and a fairly nice gym area. It was never full. So if you want to get a workout, this is also a good option too as well. Now, if you like things a little bit more structured, there is RIU Fit. And what I mean by that is they're just classes in the morning that you can go and they stretch and do Pilates and a lot of different things. And this is the outdoor fitness area that they use. Very calm, very soothing, very relaxing. So let's switch gears. What about kids? What if you have children with you? When I was there in February, I had 2 of my kids with me, and I've also stayed here back in the summer too as well, and I had my whole entire family there. So we had 4 kids. So is it right for kids of all ages? I had a mix of teenagers and young kids. And I'll tell you this, give kids all the food they can eat, give them 4 different pools to choose from, as well as a kid water park area. They're going to have a great time. I know that mine did, and all the kids that I saw here have had or is having a great time. Now, if you have young kids and you want to enjoy the resort, because this is a family-friendly resort, you have great options there too as well. There's RIU Kids, and you can drop them off there. They will take care of them for the day and give them back to you later on in the nighttime. One of my critiques when it comes to being here with kids, though, I would say that the entertainment options sometimes can be a little suggestive. Some of the gestures that they do can be maybe a little bit much. And also some adults there don't seem to care so much about your language when it comes to whether or not kids are around. But that didn't happen that often, but that's something to keep in mind. Now, as far as entertainment options specifically designed for kids, the good news is that there is a pretty nice kids water park. This is designed for kids ages 4 to 12. However, if you're an adult, you can get in here too as well. They won't stop you, but it really is just specifically designed for kids of that age. But it's a nice park. My child, just on the verge of 12 years old, he liked being here. He enjoyed it, but he didn't say he liked being there for all day, but he enjoyed it. If you have younger kids, they're going to enjoy this water park area. Right next door is this water park slide area. It's a little bit more aggressive, very nice, and kids and adults enjoyed this area. So great space for a little bit, maybe teenagers or older kids. I have stayed in a total of 3 RIU hotels in Jamaica, 2 in the Grill and then this here. The internet package in those 2 hotels in the Grill was problematic. They were buggy. There was a lot of issues with me and my family having consistent internet coverage. However, the internet coverage here is phenomenal, very strong. All the way out on the beach, we still have strong internet. It's absolutely free and included. So if you like to be on your phone or have internet, this is not going to be a problem at all. If you want to make phone calls, you have to have an additional app like WhatsApp in order to connect with people back home. I personally like to run around and explore, eat. I'm always in the ocean or snorkeling or doing some type of physical activity. My wife, on the other hand, loves to sit back, read, get a comfortable space, and just enjoy the scenery and the environment. She knows how to relax a lot better than I do. So if you're one of those individuals who really are looking for I just want to relax and enjoy the space, then you're going to be pleasantly, well, maybe not surprised, but you're going to enjoy. There's lots of relaxing spaces throughout the hotel. Most of them are located in the lobby area, which is a bit on the negative side, in my opinion, because the lobby sometimes can be an awfully busy place, people coming in and leaving. But for the most part, there's relaxing spaces all around the hotel. Let's take a look at what the rooms look like on the inside. These rooms right here with the ground floor level pool are for adults only. This is a fairly large hotel. It has 753 rooms. The good thing is no matter what room you get, you're likely going to get either a full ocean view or a partial ocean view. 90% either have a full view or partial ocean view. So you really are not going to strike out for the most part with the rooms that you get. But when we were staying here, it was a absolutely full hotel. This hotel is fairly new. It is at the time this was filmed, it was the newest hotel in the RIU family. The rooms, in my opinion, I found them to be very spacious, very clean. It had a walk-in shower. It had a contemporary feel to it. You can either get a king or 2 double beds, but it's larger than your typical hotel room. This is a very classy hotel, and the room carries over when it comes to that level of classiness and style. It is just a very spacious, well appointed room. I love the colors. There's nothing I didn't like about the rooms. All the rooms have a mini fridge loaded with alcohol and sodas. Right above is hard liquor that you can drink absolutely free and complimentary. So if you drink the whole entire bottle, they restock it every 2 days, I should say. My room, very nice, had an ocean view. It's a brand new hotel, built in 2024, so everything was new, clean, fresh, crisp. It had a new feel to it, so there's nothing bad I can say about the room. This is the front desk area, the main lobby area where people either check in and check out. Also, I found that it had the most comfortable seating and the greatest variety of seating. There's also a cappuccino place located right here that had free pastries and other type dessert items. So this is, sort of, what it looks like. Sometimes you have a more open feel, like, for the air to pass all the way through, but it was not maybe a little bit closed environment. This is if you want to shop and buy stuff or you forgot something, this is where they charge you an arm and a leg for it. The stuff here I felt was very nice, but it was, in my opinion, awfully expensive. Just for a shirt and a hat, you're looking at $50. In my opinion, that's pretty steep. In looking around at my time at the hotel, here's something I saw. I saw tons of couple. It was a family hotel. However, it was filmed back in February, so school wasn't in session. So it was a lot more adults there than maybe when I was there last time. But it is a family-friendly hotel. But if you are a couple, you're going to absolutely enjoy and love this environment because it caters for both for kids and families. If you are not one, there are other RIU hotels that are adults only, but most of them are family friendly. So this is going to be a family friendly hotel for the most part. One of the things that I really enjoy about staying anywhere is my interaction with the staff. And the entertainment staff, and this is a member of the entertainment staff, they will come up and they will talk to you. By the end of your stay, they'll be your best friend. It's amazing how much they get to know people and how friendly everyone is. Everyone's always in a nice, chill, relaxed mood. Even the people who are, not necessarily servers will, greet you with a great hello, good morning, how are you doing, how's your stay? They bend over backwards to make sure that your stay is the best. Overall, I had a great time. It was a bit expensive to stay here. I'm not going to kid you. It cost me several $1,000s for me and my 2 kids. However, it's well worth the money. The food we ate, the stuff we did, the only challenge is I did not like the location. I felt I was far away from everything. But other than that, I had a wonderful time. The grounds are absolutely beautiful, wonderful hotel.